So we can intuitively say that everything is certainly governed by some driving forces to access the higher dimensions or to be better of what they are. For me, it seems like consciousness enters into the physicality. Suppose a child is born, and obviously, after some time, he will be dead. So, the birth and the death are the two extreme points. So, who has taken birth and who has died? If we focus on the body of somebody, then body is only the physical dimension. We can think of this as like a wave. Suppose there is a pond and a silent pond, water is stationary over there. You just drop a pebble into the pond and it creates a wave which expands in the entire river front or on the entire top surface of the water. Because of impact of this, the water molecules starts oscillating up and down because of the surface tension. They are connected. So they starts oscillating up and down. Now if we focus on the water wave itself, something that causes water molecules to oscillate, that travels from first level to the higher level to the end of the river. So in the same way, if we consider the first level as the moment when a child is born and the last moment when somebody dies, so this wave can be mapped with the consciousness. And we can intuitively say that the purpose of the consciousness is just a state of transition for being better, to experience better. As if you observe that there is something inside you which always has an aspiration to feel better or to achieve higher or to access higher dimensions of life. So that fundamental aspiration or the fundamental quest of being better may be a code, or you can say a hint towards the theory of everything. Because knowing everything corresponds to the Sahasrara chakra. It corresponds to a point where the knower, the known, and the process of knowing coincides at a singular position. And it also corresponds to the singularity just before the Big Bang. Everything that you can see either in terms of matter or energy, was instantiated from the singularity. So everything got originated from singularity. So we can say that if we aspire to know everything, then the moment of singularity or the moment of Big Bang is a key to access, the key to know. Because to know everything, you have to focus on everything. And for that you need a very strong mind-brain system, a very high frequency mind-brain system, which is supported by the fact that the frequency of the mind-brain system should resonate with the Sahasrartha, which is called the highest possible frequency at which a human mind-brain system can oscillate. And beyond that, there is liberation from the infinite cycle of life and death. Only then you can know everything. Because your mind-brain system is even disturbed by a bit change in the information which you are accessing. Just feel yourself. You have just trapped yourself within a certain sort of feeling. And your entire life is bounded. You have internal inertia. You have ego problem that life should work in that way. And you must feel only in some desired things. But are you able to manage your life according to you? Are you able to control things? Are you able to make sure that things are happening as per you say? No, it's not possible, it's never possible. Because something which you are trying to control is infinite. And what you think of yourself, what are your thoughts, what are your perceptions, what are your belief system, is just a limited system created by the ignorance of mind-brain. If you can think freely, you will come to know that universe is infinite itself. It can only be known by observing everything, even yourself, your ego, your anger, your belief system, your emotions, which is a very hard state to achieve, because emotions does not let us to see the truth. They often bias us and try to manipulate us so that belief systems can remain forever. But there is certainly nature which is beyond every belief system. Nature is not concerned what the hell do you believe about yourself, about God, about physics, about chemistry, about maths, about anything, about knowledge. Universe works in its own way, and that way is the game of frequencies. So everything that you feel, every emotion, every feeling, even every force, that force is just a mechanism to change the frequency. You must have heard of resonance. That how an external force can increase the amplitude of oscillation of a certain particle doing oscillatory motion. If that force has a frequency equal to the natural frequency of oscillation of that particular particle, which is called the concept of resonance, which means stimulating the amplitude to the maximum.